I love how Power and the other guy are in the openings and stuff. Like, they're not complete fodder characters. Like, this is like our main trio of the show. Even if they both make it out of this season, I refuse to believe that they're going to be there through the entire show. They're just not interesting. Nor do they have a good dynamic with Denji. So this is one of those shows where it's popular because it's dark, and that's it, right? Like, the characters aren't that interesting. The world hasn't been well developed or explained yet.
Unless you want to end all 9 lives of this cat.
And a lot of it feels pretty shallow so far. That's not misogynistic at all.
Such a foolish reason.
Yeah. I get the appeal, but it's still super scummy. Lovely. Okay, apologies. I was having some trouble focusing and staying awake, which I just had to do something else for a little bit. I think I'll be better for now. Right, he got his arm eaten off.
You're pretty easy on the eyes, too. It'd be
You
a
don't have
tragedy to
eyes.
kill such a stud, so you're free to go.
How is he not dead? I thought he didn't have demon powers right now. Or is he just not able to transform? His powers seem a little odd. They're not as confusing as JJK, but
He can fight so fiercely.
I don't see the consistency in his
For the
power.
sake of a group.
That Denji, those are a bunch of titties right there. You can just grow up those.
No way I'm dying till I've held some boobs.
Seriously? My boyfriend was slayed by a mutt with the sleaziest dream ever. Poor Batty. Life's not fair.
Such a foolish reason.
Everyone's serious about this, but you.
I can't tell if I'm supposed to take the reasoning seriously or not. Because, like, there are absolutely guys who would die for a chance to grab a tit. Does he become more interesting as a character? He just seems so shallow. I also don't know how long running this show is supposed to be. Are you gonna do anything, Power? It's not like you're worn out. You got swallowed whole, you're not injured. Where have you been? I missed what he said. I still have no idea what he said. I don't really understand this setting or world. If the devil exists for every concept,
You watch for more devils, you know.
On it.
if a devil exists for every concept, there's basically an infinite number of devils. In the span of a couple days, we've seen several. How are there not hundreds of thousands in every city at the same time? I get there are devil hunters, but I feel like they would be overwhelmed at a certain point. And I don't know if that's something we'll get answers to or not. This world, there's not been much done in the way of world building with this show so far. Which, I mean, it's only episode 4, but also it's episode 4. I feel like we should have gotten something.
You're a dumbass with a broken moral compass. Whereas I've been doing this long enough to have a solid grasp on social ethics. Want to protect your lifestyle? I highly suggest you listen to me. Okay? Answer if you understand.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind for you.
I really don't know if this guy has
Relax,
a right to
dude.
judge moral
I ain't
compasses.
exactly shooting for the stars over here.
See? Am I not innocent?
Well, you
Now,
didn't
since
do
you're
anything in
there,
that fight.
kindly remove these.
We have to take advantage of every tool at our disposal in our line of work, which includes the very things we hunt.
For a guy bitching about moral compasses, he doesn't seem to have the best one. If Denji's points south, his just points straight up. And Makima just doesn't point.
Yes, come in.
Are there like devil rankings? Because certain ones seem
Very
really
well.
tame, but Bat and Leech seem pretty strong.
Evening, ma'am.
It's an interesting sequence. It feels like something that would be in a show with longer episodes. Usually those will have slower moments throughout. But that's pretty uncommon for anime, I feel.
I'm the type who seldom flushes my feces.
Not in this house.
That's nasty.
I'm the type who seldom chooses to bathe.
Get your butt in there.
You totally reek.
Do people think she's anywhere near Best Girl? Because that shit is disgusting.
My chest is yours for the fondling. Fondle away.
Why does she seem excited about this? Why do I keep watching... Why do I keep watching shows where people desperately need therapy? I would say My Hero and Jujutsu, they need therapy because of the events of the story. I feel like with this and Oshi no Ko, they just need fucking therapy. I gotta say, so far, I unironically prefer High School DxD to this. I genuinely think Issei is a more interesting protagonist than Denji. And when I see the girls, I don't view them as something that's just made to be a sex object that needs therapy. Okay. Gun Devil. That should be interesting. Interesting.
What's this thing?
Now, the final fondling.
This dude really is a dog.
That's it. Squeezing complete.
That's it?
Much like him, I don't know what I'm supposed to say in response to that.
It was way less life-changing than I thought it'd be. Now I'm all... Am I just gonna realize I was happier chasing the thing than actually having it? It's like total bullshit, isn't it?
As someone who's been working on a project for a year straight,
Can you be
I
more specific
feel
about the goal
that.
you achieved?
Well, I touched some boobs for the very first time.
Listen, Denji. I believe that when it comes to sexual matters, the better you understand your partner, the better you'll feel. But understanding another's heart is easier said than done, so start small. Perhaps with hands. Take your time and carefully study them. How long are their fingers? And their palms? Are they cold? Or are they warm? What's the shape of their ears? Has anyone bitten your finger before? Pay attention. Remember this so that even if you lost your vision, you'd still recognize me, just from how hard I bite. Memorize it.
Part of me
Got it.
wishes you guys could see my eyes right now, because I feel like that's what most of my emoting is coming from right now. There's a lot of blinking happening.
Its current location is unknown.
Her
This
her
particular
voice
devil
actor
is very strong, and I've yet to meet a hunter who didn't
is,
want to slay it.
has done a very good
But
job
now
with
most
this.
are all talk.
I feel like I need a counter for the amount of times
This thing.
a chill runs through my entire body when she speaks.
No matter.
My legs are very cold right now.
When has Tayo ever not felt that?
Hey, that's not very brotherly. Be good and play by yourself for now.
Spoken like someone who's never had a sibling. The cat's now chasing a bug. I applaud his efforts. So these kids are gonna die, right? So on a scale of dead to very dead. How dead are these kids? Quite dead.
In a little under 5 minutes, 1.2 million people were annihilated. The gun devil then fell off the face of the earth and hasn't been seen since.
Oh.
Fear only bolsters them. Thus,
So-
devils across the board gained record strength.
Is there a devil
In
devil?
an attempt to...
Or was it fed that?
It doesn't matter.
So-
our job remains the same.
It's Sukuna's fingers.
Killing devils. They'll guide us to that thing
Ah.
sooner or later.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We received an
I'm
extermination request.
Kind of
There was a
frustrated. I
devil
didn't
sighting inside
piece
of a
that together.
hotel.
Hayakawa, sir.
My liege.
Better.
What?
Sweetness.
Huzzah! Mine!
Dude, he's
May I have a word, sir? Can we really entrust our backs to the two newcomers?
Literally just for
Considering we'll
gum?
soon fight one devil, if not more. That's just wrong. An unmarried woman shouldn't be so lewd.
Jesus.
Hi.
Your reward will have a little tongue in it.
Suddenly I'm reminded of the Kingsman movie.
Hey, slow down. Don't go up on your own.
I'm not just get off!
I wish my heart was so efficient.
10 times bigger than yours!
So, Himeno, what are your thoughts on your two rookie hunters?
This show was a clusterfuck in every possible
What I lacks an
sense.
ability he makes up for in motivation. You best not die on me, Aki.
I have a very hard time believing most people there aren't dead within the next... By the end of season 3, let's say. Well then. Huh. That's interesting.
Easy, I've got it.
It's floating!
That thing!
Gave up my eye for the hand of a ghost. Spooky powers
Huh.
at my command. Packs a mean punch and it's invisible, so it's pretty nifty.
I don't really see what
How about it,
devils
Aki?
get out of packs
Gun
with
flash
them.
detected there?
No strong reaction. This isn't our devil.
I see. Then let's keep heading up.
Like, do devils have substantial long-term goals? Do any of them work together? Well, we got the Leech and the Bat, who were apparently romantic partners somehow. So they work together, but do any of them have a long-term goal? Because if it's just killing humans, then what does helping humans kill devils gain them? Or is it like Megumi's Shadows, where he has to beat them into submission and then he can use them? But even then, Aki has to sacrifice part of his body every time he uses the fox, and she sacrificed her eye to get the ghost. So I don't quite understand why devils would do that.
Less talking and more.
What floor
Is
are we
there a
on?
problem?
Steak? I could go for some of that.
Oh, weird. Huh. Again, I'm reminded of Jujutsu Kaisen with something like Domain, but we haven't been given any indication devils can do that kind of thing. So I assume most people's favorite girls in the show are Himeno and Kobeni. And then there's the weirdos who are into power and Makima. Different endings each episode is really odd.